Now we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty of what Indians are all about.
I still say we Indian people are believers in the truth. This is the way of life that was given to your people. You're born an Indian, you're going to die an Indian. Indianness is a good life. You're facing an Indian this afternoon.
Good Saturday afternoon out there, everyone, and welcome to your number one source for Native American television news, Native News Today. I'm your host, Jason Salzman. I want to welcome you into our brand new set. Well, wait a minute. Not the new set just yet. I know last week I was so excited to tell you folks about our new live set that we have coming up, and we're so excited about that, and that is coming. But work out a few more kinks and get that really ready to go, and we want to really roll it out the best way. Have a nice little build up for all of our loyal watchers, our viewers out there that tune in every Saturday. I know you're excited about this new change, and we've got some big changes too that we'll keep leaking to you as the weeks go by, but we're so excited about it here at Native News Today to just keep progressing. In Muskogee Media, you know, this is a great ship that we're on. We keep progressing and doing things better each week, and we want to do that with all of our sets and all of our equipment, things like that. So we will have that new set coming, just won't be this week. So for now, we're here in the Muskogee Media Studios, as we always are, on Tulsa CW 1219. Always glad to call this our home each and every Saturday. We have got a wonderful lineup for you today. Lots of information happening out in the Muskogee Creek Nation. Lots of things going on with our Scholarship Foundation. We love being able to share news about what we're doing in education, specifically funding ourselves with educational advancement opportunities. What a great way to show sovereignty, I think, for the tribe. It's a wonderful thing there, and the Higher Education Scholarship Foundation just keeps progressing, having new events, new ways, unique and fun opportunities to get some money into the Scholarship Foundation to where we can provide education to more of our citizens that are in need of it. We got an iPad giveaway, another tie-in with education as our reading program, our literacy program at Muskogee Creek Nation, linked up with MyOn online reading. What a neat presentation we were able to go down to this week. We'll have that for you down at Midway Schools. A lot of our people watching us in Council Hill, I got family up in that way. So definitely excited to roll that story out to you. And hey, we're going to be talking about the fair too. You can't go throughout this week right now without talking about Tulsa State Fair in town, blowing up out there at Go by the River Spirit Expo Center, see all the great things. And we come back from this first break, I'll be joined by Public Relations at Muskogee Creek Nation, Edwin Marshall, to talk about all those things.
Looking for your next 18-hole adventure? Then take a look at Fountainhead Creek Golf Club. Nestled in the beautiful confines of Lake Eufaula State Park, large sloping greens and well-placed bunkers characterize the Muskogee Creek Nation's Floyd Farley designed course and offers a fine test of skill for any golfer. Stay up on all the latest gear and equipment with a visit to our pro shop. Have lunch at the turn at the Clubhouse Grill. We're waiting to accommodate you at Fountainhead Creek. Give us a call at 918-689-3209 or visit fountainheadgolf.com to book your next round. Fountainhead Creek Golf Club, close to home, far from ordinary.
Pumunakadat nak aja gidomen ajai jahaniat omen ibuwakidos.
Daniels in Ogitskish, Bonshongi Benoat, Bomio, Boshomizatlish.
Momesh, Harishongigo imongin, Hobidagi ani omaga, Bomaha hoye imongin oma Bonshomegigosh. For more information about Muskogee language preservation, please call us at 918-732-7724.
And welcome back to Native News Today. Have a special guest in studio with us now, Mr. Edwin Marshall. He handles all the public relations duties here at Muskogee Creek Nation, as well as directing us here at Muskogee Media. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Hey, it's great to be here.
Oh, man, we love having you. Love talking about some of the things that you guys are involved in, especially this time of year. We are always having a very big presence at the Tulsa State Fair.
I'll tell you what, the fun, well, not just the fair, but the fall, you know, Native America is alive in the fall, and so we got a lot of things going on. But we're here to talk about the State Fair.
You got it, yeah.
Yeah. You know, we've been sponsoring the tribal exhibit at the Tulsa State Fair for some years now. And up until now, we've been the only tribal exhibitor. I understand the Cherokee Nation has their cultural center this year up there, but all of the casinos have an exhibit or have a booth there, but we've had the only tribal exhibit up to this point. And I'll tell you what, it's been a great relationship with Tulsa State Fair.
I think they do a wonderful job. And two, I know you hear a lot from people that come by and just want to learn a little bit about our tribe. They're really getting a lot out of our exhibit.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And we hand out a lot of program information and it lets them know why or what we do here at the Muskogee Creek Nation. That in itself is great, but we also have a cultural component to that exhibit, and that gets a lot of attention too. I think a lot of people, it really is enlightening,
And that's a great word, enlightening, because they come and they're educated in a sense. They see a little bit about our culture. They see a little bit about the way our government works, even, and some of our things that we're doing in media, some of the things that we're doing, as you said, in our programs. Lots of great information, but also we provide the entertainment too. We got a lot of entertainment coming up too. Talk about our stages.
Yeah, sure. Actually, the Creek Nation stage at the Tulsa State Fair is located on the east end of the River Spirit Expo.
Okay.
And we have, this year, we've expanded every year. Our presence, originally we were just sponsors of the stage, and they kind of put what they wanted on there, but they found out that some of the acts that we could provide were really, really drawing big crowds. And so that's expanded over the years, and we've added an act or two here and there. But this year we've got 20 acts. In 64 performances on the Creek Nation stage. A
lot going on. You're definitely going to have a chance to see all of this. And it said we kicked off a few days ago. Now we're into the weekend, really moving strong. And as you said, we got some Creek citizens performing on that stage.
Oh, mostly Creek citizens. Yes, actually, we, in order to get all those acts, we had an event called Natives Got Talent here a few months ago. For people to qualify to be on that stage. We had a great turnout, and I'll tell you what, there's great talent in the Native community. We didn't exclude any Natives at all, but it was primarily Creek talent. But we got acts coming from Anadarko. Hey, matter of fact, we got one coming from out of state. He's a national act. Stinjati. Stinjati will be performing.
Will Lowe's a big fan of him.
Oh, yeah. Will loves him,
Yeah, absolutely.
And promotes him every chance he gets.
Every time, absolutely. But it's all going to be going on out there at the fair. But what's neat, too, and I think it's cool that you also said this, River Spirit Expo Center, Creek Nation Stage, Creek Nation Exhibit. We're really tied in with the fair and the city of Tulsa and really what goes on there.
Well, absolutely. Here soon we'll be having the Council Oak ceremony.
Right.
And a lot of people will, when they come to that, they realize that Tulsa has its origins with the Muskogee Creek Nation.
Yes,
we actually established that city. And so it's just fitting that the Muskogee Creek Nation would have such a big presence at the Tulsa State Fair. And you know what? There's something we hadn't even talked about yet. It's the first time. We've been at the fair for several years, but this will be the first ever Muskogee Creek Nation Tulsa State Fair Intertribal Powwow.
Oh, wow,
sponsored by the Muskogee Creek Nation.
Oh, yeah, and I know a lot of people are excited about that. As a matter of fact, before we came on TV, you were fielding calls. People want to know about the powwow.
For the last week, I've taken 25, 30 calls a day, and everybody's excited about it.
Yeah, and I think it's neat because, like you said, first time the fair's ever done it. It starts, these are how events at the fair start. Something's got to happen for the first time for it to become a staple and become an annual event. I can see this becoming that. I can see this becoming a major draw.
Well, just the fact that we're having a powwow this year, it's been an evolution of our presence at the fair over the years. Like I said a while ago, we started just as sponsors at the Creek Nation stage.
Right.
And now we're actually putting all of the acts. So there's a few other acts on there, but we're primarily putting those on there. Our exhibit booth at the fair, right behind the River Spirit exhibit booth, is a big, I believe it's 30 by 50 area. It has a lot of space in there. So, and Creek Nation is well branded all over the Tulsa State.
We didn't get a little corner over by the bathroom.
Right.
All right. Well, Mr. Marshall, thank you for being with us today. Love talking about all these great things and some more things to come. Keep an eye on Native News Today. Keep an eye on our Facebook, our Twitter, our social media to see all these great events coming from the Office of Public Relations, Muskogee Media, Tourism and Recreation, all working together to put on these great events, and I know we're going to be real busy covering them in the next month. Thanks so much for being with us.
Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Jason.
All right. We're going to go and take another break. We'll be right back, but don't go anywhere. We got the rest of Native News Today for you right after this.
We believe if you teach a man to fish, you can feed him for a lifetime. We believe that transitioning convicted citizens back into our communities enhances public safety. We believe that every citizen, even ex-prisoners, are important and are capable of change. We believe in reclaiming our citizens and investing them back into a culture that embraces healing and restoration.
We believe
In reintegration.
We are thinkers and readers.
We are dreamers.
We are doers and sharers.
To honor all things that make our Muskogee Creek Nation strong, we present you with the opportunity to expand your literature and the literature of our children.
Log on to MyOn to read books in English and Muskogee. We are Muskogee Nation, and we are readers.
And want to thank Edwin Marshall once again for being with us in the studio, stopping by. Definitely go out and see all the great things Muskogee Creek Nation exhibiting out at the fair this week. We'll just have a wonderful time. Take your family out, cotton candy, the whole 9 yards. They even got Indian tacos out there. I mean, it's going to be the Creek Nation Fair for too long if we don't watch out. All right, moving on to our first story of the week. It's a big feature. New transportation building out at the industrial park outside of Altmalgee here. You know, that spot's growing, new things popping up out there in Muskogee Creek Nation. It's a great time for the Transportation Authority because they're really bringing in a lot of money, working with other agencies. Their federal roads program does such a fantastic job out and about in the communities, but bringing in a lot of money to sustain that transit department where we can get our citizens from place to place. That's another instance of sovereignty. I think it's a great thing there that Charlie LaSarge and his folks have going on at Transportation. And we were glad to be there on a big day as they ushered in a new era. Exciting day here at Muskogee Creek Nation. We're out at the industrial park in Altmalgee, and behind me you can see the excitement as well as people get ready to go in and take a look at the all-new transportation programs building. You know, they're outgrowing their space, providing lots of services in and around Altmalgee to our surrounding communities in the Muskogee Creek Nation. A great service, and we're going to go in and check out the new building. Inside the building now with manager Charlie Sarge. Charlie, you got to be so excited to finally get this thing up and running. Looks very nice in here, and going to have you take us around and take a look at it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
We're in the lobby area right now. The secretary and whoever comes to visit for the roads program will be up here.
Okay.
We're in the room where we have our printers set up, our faxes machines, and storage shelves, cabinets, whatever is this room.
Yeah.
Mose Lindsay is in this office. He is my inventory specialist. He goes out and writes all the inventory, submits it to Selby, and she puts it in a RIFTIS and makes it official. And from there, we have to place it on tip for construction.
Okay.
The corner office is my office.
That would be where I smell all the rich mahogany.
Yeah, that's where all the food's hidden that I don't want them to eat. Well, when I came in the office for Chief Tiger in January of 12, there was only 7 drivers in our transit system. Now that we've built those 3 tiers up to the point where we've had to hire additional drivers, we've had to hire additional charter drivers for our charter bus services, and we have 5 staff besides the transit, probably 26 employees trying to work out of that building over there, and we're just running over each other. So we're blessed with federal highways money. We use that money to build this building with. It supports our transit system. We've been lucky in the past 2 years to turn our transit system around 300%, and we've had to build 3 tiers up, which is population, tribal population, mileage, and riderships, and we've built them up so large. So in 2012, we received $350,000 only in Tier 1 when I first come in. From there on, we went to Tier 2 and received money from Tier 2, which is mileage, and Tier 3 is ridership. So we built them numbers up so high that from 2013, $390,000 out of Tier 1, we went to $1.96 million in all 3 tiers for 2014. And we probably won't see that 1.9, but we're hoping to see about $1 million a year for our transit system, and we don't have to depend on our federal roads money. Our roads money gives $500,000 each year to the transit to help support that program, and we don't have to go to the tribe and ask for the money because there's a lot more areas that the tribe can help besides us when we can get the money. Our federal roads program's done 75 miles in the last 2.5 years since I've been in. When we came in, we were probably averaging about 80 miles of inventory. We now, Selby and Moses entered in almost 1,000 miles of road miles within the last 2 years. So the formula kicked out. Part of the formula was miles. Well, that was when MAP 21 came in, it exempted it. So now the miles don't mean anything, but I foresee it changing in the future. So if it does, then all the miles we're pounding into the roads program then will give us more money.
Yes, we cover a lot of the counties that is part of Creek Nation, and so we're able to fill in the gaps that Creek Nation can't. They have about 12 vehicles, and I have about 240 vehicles in my service area. So it just is a win-win for Creek Nation and Cowboys Area Transit to be able to partner together. Yes, it's kind of like having a seamless transportation. If they're not able to get someone, Kogi, the transportation supervisor, contacts my supervisor and they work at a trip. So that way all the people is served that needs a transportation. So now they'll have a lot more room with the two transit buildings. Transportation, I think, is going to be here and transit over there. So I think it's great. I'm so proud for Creek Nation.
And moving on to our next feature here, as we get into a little bit of our education and all the things that the Muskogee Creek Nation is doing in education, a big literacy push has been going on here in the last year with Muskogee Creek Nation, led by First Lady Frances Tiger, lots of other people in the education department, Wayne Johnson, Randy Narkamy Watson, and all those people over there doing a fantastic job making sure education is a top priority. This story takes us to Midway Schools as one of our own Head Start kids, a little guy just starting young there, won an iPad for reading the most books on the new MCN online reading program that the Creek Nation Literacy Program has linked up with to put into our schools. It's really working fantastic, not only for the kids that are able to participate, and it ranges from 2 to 20, but you know, it's great for them, but not only them, but the schools and the educators helping them out as well. So we were glad to be at Midway for the Literacy Programs giveaway.
We stopped in at Midway Schools this week as the Muskogee Creek Nation's Literacy Program had a special presentation for one of our Head Start students taking part in the MCN online reading program.
We had a end of summer challenge, and so the challenge was sent out to everybody. So all of our Creek citizens, and then anybody who participates through Head Start or Johnson O'Malley. And it was to read the most hours in 2 months, so July and August. Beginning of September, we went kind of through all the data, and we found our winner. And actually, it was a Head Start child, and they go to Midway Head Start, and we were really excited about that. So he's about 3 years old, and he read almost 48 hours.
The literacy program has been pleased with the implementation of MCN, which is clear in its educational advancement goals.
It's to, of course, increase our literacy, but especially starting at a younger age, we want them to be well-developed, be able to be beginner readers, strong readers, and when they're entering into school, like in Head Start, and that's why it's so great to have our winner at Head Start, is that we want to be able to produce stronger citizens to help our nation be a stronger sovereign nation.
So far, the numbers coming in of citizens accessing the program have been very encouraging.
We have 82,000 users. So and I think we have about 1,400, 14,000 kids who are from the ages of 2 to 20.
Feedback from area educators that have adopted the program has been extremely positive and indicates a great impact it's having on young readers.
It is so great, and of course they got a kind of wind of the program at the very end of the school year. So during the summer we were hoping to generate, which is why when this contest was created, and they're so excited. They're seeing their students be excited. I mean, I get hear stories all the time from tutors who are teaching kids who were struggling readers. They didn't like to read, they didn't like to study, they didn't like to do any of these things, and because of the program, they are so engaged because it's a multimedia. They're seeing it, they're hearing it. I mean, it's very interactive. they're getting responses that they are shocked by, because from kids who weren't good readers or didn't like to read, and they are excited. I mean, they're saying, hey, can we get on the computers now? I want to read. Is it time to read yet? And I mean, they are getting so excited, and we hear things like that almost on a daily basis.
The program's also versatile in its requirements through the literacy program.
As long as you're a Creek citizen, and you're enrolled, we get the information from citizenship, and you have a log on. It doesn't matter if you're a child or not a child. You can be a citizen who's 50 years old. You have a login, so you can get started right now. If the child is even non-Creek and who's going to Head Start or one of our child care centers, or who's in our Johnson O'Malley programs, you can get on there and have access.
Those wanting information on the program on MyOn or taking steps to get started have several resources, including social media.
They can contact me. My phone number is 918-261-3519. I also have email, but we also I encourage strongly to go on our Facebook and follow us, because I put lots of information out there. I put new contests on there, announce contest winners. I let everybody know where I'm at or what I'm doing. And if they have any kind of questions, they can kind of just put things on there. And also I get a lot of my feedback from parents, from teachers, from kids as well. I get lots of pictures on there. So I'd say go follow us. It's Muskogee Creek Nation Reads.
And we want to send out a big congratulations once again to little Bo Kaler there at Midway Schools, doing a fantastic job with his reading, keeping up with his MyOn program there, Muskogee Literacy Program, really rewarding these children for doing a fantastic job there, and Bo's no different. Bo Kaler, everybody, doing a great job, as well as all of our children there at Midway Head Start. Moving right along, our Muskogee Creek Nation Scholarship Foundation keeps coming up with unique new ways to get money into the foundation, really help education out, higher education out, send our citizens to college, really make their dreams come true, and we're doing it ourselves. It's a great thing. It's a great show of sovereignty, and now it was time for the first time ever, but it's going to be a big hit each year, I believe, the Swing for Education Benefit Golf Tournament at our Muskogee Creek Nation Fountainhead Creek Golf Course, and I was so glad to be able to go down on a very fun day, lots going on for education at a great event and a great venue.
Lots of golfers out at Muskogee Creek Nation's Fountainhead Creek Golf Course last week ready to swing for education as the Muskogee Creek Nation Higher Education Scholarship Foundation held its first annual benefit golf tournament.
Well, this is our first annual higher education benefit golf tournament, and again we're pleased, and we have a lot of visitors and citizens here to help us raise funds for scholarships and also to help the foundation program to grow and mature. But again, we're excited. We have visitors and citizens participating, and we try to accommodate them the best that we can, and so everyone's just having a good time.
Well, it's a pleasure being out here today for a great cause. It turned out to be a great day for education, and I think we had 25 teams to play on this course out here.
The high numbers of players and participation would indicate a strong belief in the tribe's commitment to education and the steps it's taking in funding opportunities.
Great crowd. I think the response that we've had is indicative, I think, of what people are seeing across Creek Nation, being progressive, and especially in areas of education, which as a nation we've always taken a lot of pride in.
The tournament also afforded the tribe a chance to show off one of its premier tourism and recreation spots, Fountainhead Creek Golf Course, a course that's become a top destination for many golfers in the area.
If there's one thing that we're really proud of is that we have people coming from all over, even from Tulsa, Dallas, to play on this golf course. They see the improvements that's been made by Mike Wood and his fine staff here, and they've already had calls from the High School Association for the opportunity to have some tournaments here next year, whether it's regionals or states. So that's indicative of the great shape that this course is in.
I like to invite, everybody, if you're a Creek citizen, please come down and look at Fountainhead, see how well the course is manicured and all this, and we appreciate that very, very much.
Golfers that participated in the tournament not only got the chance to test their skills on one of Oklahoma's finest courses, but were also treated to a catered meal, door prizes, a free t-shirt, and several gifts, all the result of lots of hard work and planning on the part of the committee.
Well, we've been working with the tournament for about a year. Of course, yourself being as part of the committee, and And we've, again, had a good committee and would meet every week and sometimes twice a week. And just a lot of planning went into this. And again, Christy is one of our staff members of the foundation, doing an excellent job. And so, we have to look at all the people involved, the committee people, and the supporters that we have. Just the sponsorships are very important. Help tournament function, and also, again, to provide scholarships as well. So the sponsorships are very important. Those people that bring their teams in to participate, again, that's very important as well. It helps us to raise those funds that we need, again, for scholarships and the program to mature and develop. But again, participation is very significant to the success of this, and of course the planning that went into this is very important. We just carried out the plan of what we needed to do.
Well, it looks like that'll be the end of another episode of Native News Today. Certainly hope that you guys enjoyed coming along with us for the last 30 minutes as we show you some of the wonderful things going on in the Muskogee Creek Nation's Departments of Education, our transportation department, just growing by leaps and bounds there, and federal roads really pumping a lot of funds and resources into that department. So it's a great thing, a great partnership there, and with the surrounding communities. Always love to show the great news happening there. And Scholarship Foundation keeps getting bigger and better. It's a great way also for people to be able to donate and to memorialize a loved one even. A lot of people are doing that, and really it's a way to honor somebody that they really care deeply about and have them live on forever. So it's a great thing there. And also the MyOn program with our literacy program, Randy and those folks doing a great job. The Department of Education really has our younger kids and their reading development at the core of its mission right now, and it's a great thing there. So it's really working wonderfully, and it's great to see them rewarded for such hard work, and we were glad to be there. Well, as I said earlier at the beginning of the show, a lot of changes coming up with Native News Today. We're going to have some new things going on. We're going to have a lot of exciting changes to the way we look, some of the things that we're going to be doing as far as promotional. We want to hear back from you. You folks need to holler at us on Facebook, holler at us on Twitter, at Native News Guys, or you can go at facebook.com/NativeNewsCW19. That'll get you right to our Facebook page. Go to our YouTube channel. We see all of you out there, lots of subscribers, lots of people watching our videos. We really appreciate that, but we want your feedback. We want to know what you want to see on the show. We want to know what stories you like to see covered out there, and some of our tribes in the surrounding areas of Oklahoma making news headlines. We promise we'll stay on that for you as we keep getting better and better here on Muskogee Media's Native News Today. So without further ado, as I said, keep visiting that YouTube channel. Definitely want to keep a lot of traffic coming through there. You guys see our videos. For Jared Moore, Tyler Roberts, all of us here at Muskogee Media that make this happen, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next Saturday.